Hey y'all, it's Daragh here again for round three of this series of, I think I'm calling it a pair of poems at this stage, where I give you one poem from a better known writer than myself and then one of my own. It's been a lovely day here in Sydney. We're in a bit of, an isolation situation. Well, I am anyway, trying to be responsible. Um, but in the meantime, I've been enjoying just some sunshine time on the balcony, time to sort of write and journal and look at different bits of writing out there on the internet as well. The poem I've got for you today is by this wonderful man called Seamus Heaney. If you're Irish, you'll have heard of him. If you're Irish and you don't at least appreciate his place in our history of writing, you're probably doing that for academic reasons. He's a brilliant writer and has been recognized as such, a foremost writer of the 20th century, really. This book, 100 Poems, my Auntie Margaret gave to me last year or the year before, and I've found so much inspiration in his pages. If I ever echo anything old Seamus wrote, I'll be a very happy man. The poem I'm going to read for you is called Postscript. It's a poem that I was reintroduced to recently again on a retreat I was on, and it's a beautiful piece. I'll just give it to you. Postscript. And sometime make the time to drive out west into County Clare along the flaggy shore in September or October when the wind and the light are working off each other, so that the ocean on one side is wild with foam and glitter, and inland amongst stones the surface of a slate grey lake is lit by the earthed lightning of a flock of swans, their feathers ruffed and ruffling, white on white, their fully grown, headstrong looking heads tucked or cresting or busy under water. Useless to think you'll park and capture it more thoroughly. You are neither here nor there, a hurry through which known and strange things pass as big soft buffetings come at the car sideways and catch the heart off guard and blow it open. It's the type of poem that just makes me think, fuck yeah, I'm glad people write poetry. I have these experiences myself when I'm wandering around in nature and I'm thinking, oh God, I have to get this down. And as he says in this poem, it's useless to think you'll ever do it justice, but I think he has done it here. I've never been to that part of Clare. The thing about Heaney is he writes poems that make me wish I'd live the life that he had lived. And actually, it may not have been that complicated because a lot of what he writes about is very simple, everyday experience, and he captures the possibility of being present to that in a very beautiful, very lyrical way. So I'm glad of that. I'm going to give you another one of mine. Let me see. What am I going to choose? Oh, yeah. Just see if I can pair it up with that sort of thing. I'll give you this one. It's a bit that was published at the beginning of this year in the Blue Nib magazine. It's an investigation of metaphysics. What is this reality we find ourselves in? This great question of philosophers and poets through the ages. There isn't an answer, and I think that's the conclusion I arrive at the end of this. It's called The Fabric of the World. The fabric of the world remains unknown, though physics tells a zoo of particles constructed by our mind or nature born. The ultimate stands still beyond our ken, and so it shall remain. In dim mornings, I tune into the bubbling of it all, the secret, automatic sentences, creating with their whispers everything, gathered at the edges like the slow drifts of forest streams, or sometimes huge industrial shining soapy shims, unstable or unable to remain for long. I hear the order in disorder, or perhaps disorder in the order, who can tell? listening to the pops. I'm fascinated by the execution of these simple scripts. Happy just to hear, I need not know, where do they all come from, nor where they go. Thank you. I'm having great fun with these videos. I'm going to keep them up for probably at least 10 and see where I get to after that. So I hope you've been enjoying them. Drop me a line, Daragh@codingmindfully.com, if you want to get in touch. Yeah, I'd love to chat. There's not much else to do at the moment, so why not? Cheers.